Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel The Flutter Studio. So in this video we are going to learn that how you can create and generate PDFs and save them in your device, and as well as after saving them how you can preview it on your device as well. So let's get started. Now first of all, go to your pubspec.yaml file and over here, and we have to import these three dependencies. First is a path provider, which will be helping us to go to the particular directory where we want to save our generated PDFs. Second is open file, which will help to open our PDF files from that particular path. And third is Flutter email sender. Now this package will we be using for sending this PDF as an attachment via email. So how to attach your PDF as an attachment inside a email and to send them, we will see this in our next video, but till then we will import it. And after this, import any image that you seem suitable, because in our video we will be also converting our asset image and we will be showing it inside our PDF. Okay, so here I have imported one pic.png image inside my assets and I have imported it as an dependency. Okay, so go to your project structure. As you can see over here, I have created one assets folder inside which I am having our pic.png. Now we'll get back to our main.dart file. As you can see over here, we are calling homescreen.class, homescreen class as our home. Okay, so first we will create a file name homescreen.dart, which will be a stateless widget. Okay, now over here, as you can see on my screen, that I am having 4 buttons. So in this video we will see 3 different types of PDF. First is a basic PDF, which will be having a text, an image and a link. So let me show you. So as you can see over here, this PDF is having 3 pages. First is having a text name hello world, second is having our asset image inside it, and third is a web link. Okay, here we have a text, but it is a clickable text. Okay, it will reference to the given URL. So when I will click on this particular text, it will redirect me to the google.com. Okay, so that was our basic PDF. Second is types of list PDF, in which you have been familiar with the order list and the unordered list. Order list is something where you have numbers, alphabets and all. An unordered list is that a list having some bullets or some symbols before them, as you can see in this one. Okay, this is unordered and this one is ordered. And third will be a table PDF, in which we will be having our data in form a tabular format. Okay, so let's get started with our coding part. So first we will go to the function of our create basic PDF button. Inside its onPressed, we are passing to the create PDF function. So here we have created one future method of create PDF. Okay, so because it is of future data type, it is having the async keyword as well. Now to create a PDF document, we have to write this PDF document. Document is equal to PDF document instance. Okay, which will create a new PDF. Now with the help of this instance, you can set the page size using document.pagesettings.size, and here I have selected PDF page size.A4. It also provides you different options as well, like size of A0, A1, A2, A3, 4 and so on. Here you can see different page sizes that you seem suitable according to your need, which can be a ledger, a leaguer, even a letter pad, half letter as well. Okay, so for our need we have selected A4 size. Okay, now after setting the page size, you can also change the page orientation from landscape to portrait as well. Okay, all you have to do is document.pagesettings.orientation, and over here with the help of PDF page orientation instance, you can call the landscape or portrait. Okay, we can also set the compression level of our document. So for that we have to write document.compression level equals to PDF compression level dot best. Okay, it is having other options like below normal, above normal, best speed or normal. Okay, so you can select any compression level that you seem suitable. Now after this you can even set the margins for all the pages. Okay, now if you want to add a new page to our PDF document, you simply have to write document.pages.add method. After that we want to write some text. Okay, so let me just open the PDF again. Okay, now to draw this hello world text, we have to call the drawstring method of our Syncfusion Flutter PDF. So it is one of the packages that we have imported earlier. I might have forgot to mention it, but this is the package that we are going to work with, Syncfusion Flutter PDF, for generating and overviewing our PDF files. Okay, so we'll get back to our home screen and get back to our function. So here we have called our drawstring method, where we have written our text, which is hello world. You can even set the font type of your text as well. So here I have used the PDF standard font method, and here I have selected a given particular font with a particular size. Okay, now here you can even select the brush type, okay, the bounds, and the third is pen. So the PDF pens attribute provide you some colors. Okay, here I have selected aquamarine. You can even select some other red or anything else. Now after drawing our string, what I have done, we will go to our next page, which will be having our asset image over here. Now just because it is an asset file, we have to first convert this asset file. Okay, so for that we will first create an instance of file object. Okay, after here we have called a get image file from assets, and here we have passed our asset image name. So I have created one method which is of future data type, which will take the file name as its argument, and it will convert it into an image from asset. Okay, so now we'll go to our get image file from assets method, which is of a future type, and it will return a file instance as a object. Okay, now here we have now in its argument we have passed string path, and we have made it assay. Now here, to convert this asset image, we have to first convert it into a byte data. Okay, so here to convert this image into byte data, we will first call root bundle.load method, and here we will call our asset slash, and we will pass the path which will be taken from the argument. Now after this we will create a file where we want to store this particular path. Okay, so what we will do, we will await to get temporary directory. Now this method is of our path provider package, okay, which will wait to get a temporary directory folder path. Okay, and then we will append our current asset name as well. So this asset will be stored over here. And after finally getting this file, okay, now we want to convert this byte data into bytes, and we want to write it into the file. So what will we do? We will call file.write as bytes, and we will convert this byte data into buffer. Okay, and it convert into a list of integers, as unit.8list method will do the rest of the work. Okay, now here we will pass the byte data dot offset in bytes and length in bytes, which are the required arguments. And after this we will simply return our file, and this final file will be having our image which we have converted from the asset image. Okay, and this file will be stored over here in our device inside a temporary directory, which will be having its name as pic.png. Okay, so this was it, and over here I will get back to our file. Now after awaiting here, we will be having our image inside this file instance. Now we will add one more page in our document, and this time instead of writing a text, we will be writing a image. So we will call the draw image method. Now here we will call PDF bitmap method of our Flutter Syncfusion PDF plugin, okay, which will be reading this file as a bytes. Okay, and again we will call a rect dot from ltwh method. Okay, this is nothing but act as a container. Okay, and it will provide some padding from left, top, width and height. Okay, as the initials suggest. L stands for left, T stands for top, and WH stands for width and height, which we have provided some. Now after we have learned that how we can add an image, now our third page contains a web URL. Okay. So to create a web link in the PDF page, we will use the PDF text web link widget of this Syncfusion Flutter PDF plugin. Here you will pass the name of the URL to which you want to redirect, the text you want to show, okay, the font, brush, pen, they remain as same as the strings, or you can say the text widget, okay. And here you can even set the format of your string, okay, that the alignment of it should be in the center, line alignment should be middle, and you can explore the rest of the options as well. And after completing the widget, we will call the .draw method and we will add this page inside our document, okay, with some offsets. Now here we are done with our PDF. Now we want to store this inside our device. So first we want to fetch the external storage directory of our device. So for that we will store it inside a directory variable. So here I have called await get external storage directory method, which will be residing inside the path provider plugin. Now after getting the directory, okay, we will fetch its path. So here inside the path variable we are having our directories object path, okay. Now after this we want our file to store inside that particular path, okay. So what we will do, we will create one file object and inside its argument we will pass our external storage directory path and / we will give this PDF some name, so which we have given as output.pdf, as you can see over here, and we will write this completely document as a bytes, okay. So we will call the dot write as bytes method, and here we will pass our document.save method. So this particular document.save method will convert your document into bytes, okay. It will commit it, and after this it is a good practice to dispose your document as well. And as you can see that after clicking on the button, when the file is saved inside your external storage directory, we are having the preview, okay, the file gets automatically opened. So to open our complete PDF document in mobile, okay, we will use the openfile.open method, and here you will give the particular path of that particular file, okay. So that's all. So that is how you can create a basic PDF. Now we will go to our order and unordered list PDF file. So again the steps will be same. First we have to create a PDF document object. Now to create an order list, we will call PDF order list widget. Inside items attribute, you will pass a PDF list item collection, okay, in which you will write a list of items that you want inside your order list, okay. Again the font, indent and format remains the same, okay. You can explore the rest of the attributes of this particular PDF formats, like other line spacing, or you can say the alignment, character spacing, measure trailing spaces, paragraph indent, word wrap, and so on. And after completing with our PDF order list widget, we want to draw it on the PDF. So we will again call draw method, okay. We will add this order list inside a page, okay, and with some bounds. So you can see the mammal reptiles inside our order list. And the second, we want to create an unordered list, okay. So for that we will call PDF unordered list. Similarly, just copy paste everything as it is, okay. And this time instead of ordered, this time you will get an unordered list, okay. You will be having bullets or symbol in your list items, okay. Now again these steps are the same, okay. That after creating your PDF, you will find a path to your external directory, you will get the path and you will create a file name, okay. You will give it some name with your path and we will dispose it, and you will call the openfile.open method, okay, to preview it on your device as well. So here we are done with our two types of PDF, okay. One was the basic and second was the list type, and the final for this video that we are going to see a PDF of tabular format, So for that we will create another function which is create PDF with table. Okay, again you know the steps, that first we will create a PDF document. Now our second step will be to create a grid. Okay, because table is a grid, so we'll create a PDF grid object. Okay, now here we will add the number of columns that we want. So to do that we will use the grid object dot columns dot add, and here inside its count attribute we will write the number of columns that you want. I have given 3. Now after this you can even add the headers to the grid. Okay, then after this we will add the rows to this grid. Okay, so to add the rows, first we have to create the object of PDF grid row. Okay, we have given it the name header, and we will start from the 0th position. Okay, from the 0th row. Okay, this will be, let me show you this row. Okay, roll number name, this will be our 0th row of the header. Okay, that's why I have given it 0. And with the help of this header, PDF grid row header object, we will call the header dot cells. Then we'll go this particular 0th position, okay, which will 0 dot value, and we'll give it to roll number. Then we will go to this header next cell of number 1 position and give it to name. Okay, so always remember that the grid rows, all the indices start from 0th position, not from 1. Now after adding the header rows, now we will add the particular rows. Okay, for this particular, for the remaining rows of this grid. Okay, so now we will again use PDF grid row object, and this time we will name it to the rows, because earlier we have given header, and just to be more meaningful while giving names to a variable, this time we will give it name as row. We will again use, now this time what we'll do, instead of calling the header attribute, we are going to go with grid.rows.add method. Okay, so this time the document will know that we are going to add the rows, not header. Now you can again call the same step. Instead of header you need to call row, and you need to give the particular values to the particular cell of that rows. Okay, so now if we are on this row, then you will call it cell 0, 1 and 2. Okay, and give it a value like 1, Arya and 6. Now after the row gets completed, you want to add another row, then again we will call row is equal to grid.rows.add method. So it will add a new row inside your table. Okay, so similarly we have added 3 entries in our table. Okay, and now we will see how to add some styling inside your grid rows. Okay, so to provide some styling to your rows, what we will use, we will call the PDF grid row style object. Okay, here we will call PDF grid row style, which is having some attributes like background brush. Okay, as you can see on the 3rd row, it is having a background brush of a light golden yellow. You can even use the text color which we have given PDF pens.indian red. You can even use text brush which is a light yellow. Okay, and again all this font and all. And after this, all you simply have to do is row.style, and you have to assign this particular style that you have created, which is named row style. Okay, now by default this row will be referring to the last row which we have entered, so that's why this particular style will be applicable to this row only. Now after completing with our grid, we want to finally draw this complete grid inside our PDF. So we will call this grid object and we will call its draw method. Again we will add this complete page inside our document with some bounds, and we will follow the rest steps to fetch our storage directory, to store our file in that particular path, and to dispose it, and to open it as well. So that's all for this video. I hope you might have found it very useful, because there are many applications where you need to have some invoice, or you need to generate some PDF, and you need to store and preview them at the same time. So we have covered all these things in this video. Okay, so keep practicing. I have already provided this project in the resources sections. Okay, you can check it out, and I hope it will be really helpful to you all. In our next video, we will see that how this generated PDFs can be sent as attachment via mails. So till then, keep fluttering and keep practicing.